Well, nonprofit Women in High Tech is marking its 20th year in Indianapolis. The organization is celebrating by awarding more than $20,000 in scholarships and grants to women in Indiana studying in the STEM fields. Plus, they're getting ready for the third annual Ignite Your Superpower STEM Day, a major event. In our Eye on Education segment this week, pleased to be joined by Women in High Tech President Darcy Lee and President-elect Angela Freeman to talk about a very big milestone. And ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Darcy, I'll start with you, kind of the current and outgoing president. As you look at 20 years, it's amazing. I remember when the organization was formed, and the time has really flown. Talk about the organization marking 20 years.
Yeah, it's really significant. Founded here in Indianapolis and to serve girls and women in STEM in Indiana, making an impact on attracting more girls to STEM careers, retaining and supporting those in STEM careers as well. Talk
about that, because over 20 years I've noticed a sea change, certainly in that regard. Talk about the impact you feel that the organization has had on getting more women and girls involved in STEM.
Yeah, I think part of it is awareness of young girls, starting with the younger generation and doing a lot of work in that area for a period of time, seeing that impact as more girls go into STEM careers or into STEM in their college education, making them aware that those are opportunities and that they can do it, and encouraging them to do it. And then you see it sort of in the professional world, where you have more women in different STEM careers and different examples, like, there's not as big of a pay gap in tech for women in leadership here in Indianapolis. And I think that's something that's significant and is one of the results of encouraging and supporting women in STEM.
Yeah. Angela, you're an attorney by trade. Your involvement in the organization, why get involved, and now very much involved in a leadership position?
Sure. So I actually started my career off as a molecular biologist. So I'm the scientist in the STEM, and became a patent attorney. So that's what I did now, but have always been an advocate, supporter for women in STEM, more women in diversity in STEM. So this really aligned with my passions. That's why I got involved.
You talk about diversity and being more inclusive. As you look to some of the issues that you'll focus on with the organization in your new role as president, what will they be?
Sure. So I think Women in High Tech has done a fantastic job over the 20 years, really being a supporter and a trailblazer for the need for more women in STEM. I think we've had a lot of successes in that regard, but there's still more we can do, right? And I think part of that is increasing the diversity and the inclusion of the women in STEM in not just Indianapolis, but Indiana throughout the state. Yeah,
I want to talk about a couple of big events. It shows I think the impact that the organization has. Passport to High Tech was an event held at Conner Prairie in March, and the Ignite Your Superpowers event, which is very cool as well, will be held in August at IUPUI.
So that's an event that gives girls in Indianapolis schools the opportunity to engage with STEM careers and STEM professionals. They can see modeling, they can see other women doing those types of things, but it's hands-on experiences, things that are more sticky with girls, and middle school being a key time to reach girls. That's when a lot of girls fall out of STEM. So they can see female role models, they can have fun, but we're bringing a program that we do at Passport to High Tech that is open to the public, to a smaller audience that we invite, and purposefully on a college campus to give them that experience, to see what it's like, and they can see other people that look like them and engaged in what they're doing on a college campus.
Very good. And hundreds of girls involved.
Over 600 girls.
Wow.
So we need over 150 volunteers for this program.
Angela, too, if you would comment, $20,000 in scholarships and grants being handed out to women in STEM. That'll make a big impact.
Absolutely. So as we, Women in High Tech, thought about how we could most celebrate our past 20 years, we also want to invest in the future, right? We can't have another 20 years without continuing to invest in the population. And we thought the best way to do that was to provide scholarships and funds for women in STEM, girls in STEM, in undergraduate, graduate, or professional development grants, to give them more opportunity and foundation to pursue their degrees, their careers in STEM fields.
Women in High Tech celebrating 20 years, continuing to make a big difference as well. Angela Freeman, also Darcy Lee, thank you both very much. We'll continue to follow the story.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.